So for my project, I wanted to focus on climate change. The title I came up with was Paradise Lost, which will remind many of you of the book, but it's also a good descriptor of what's happening currently with regard to climate change. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that now, and you'll see we move from the title screen to this video. So all of these video clips are in the Creative Commons. I believe I found them all on Pixabay, and I just kind of meshed them all together in Adobe Premiere Pro and then put that into Adobe After Effects to add this text that you see down below. I'm not going to play the full video for you just because it's about 2 minutes in length, and if you want to watch it, I'll send it to you, but otherwise we're going to go ahead and move on. So this is the course outline. There is some audio behind this, which I'm not playing for sake of simplicity right now, but I'll lay out that we're going to focus on 4 main things in this course: scientific concepts, effects on the environment, effects on society, and slowing the process of climate change. So those are my 4 main topics. I'm going to go ahead and move to the next slide. So this opens Module 1, which is the one on scientific concepts. Now, for the most part, up to this point, I'm pretty happy with how the slides look. There are going to be a few in Module 1 that I'll show you that I'm just not entirely happy with regard to aesthetics. So if you have any suggestions for how to make those better, that would be wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and move on. So I wanted to open this module up with this simple quote from Sir David Attenborough. Many of you will know him as the gentleman who did the voice behind Planet Earth and Planet Earth 2 and all of those BBC documentaries for the most part. So, next page. Okay, so this was actually a template that I downloaded from the Storyline website. I can't think of it right now. eLearning Heroes or something like that. So what you do is you just click on each little circle. So these are the 4 things I'm focusing on with regard to scientific concepts. First, the greenhouse effect. I'll develop a description here. Right now I just have lorem ipsum there. And then when you close it out, you'll see it glows so that you remember that you have clicked on that one before. This is what I'm not happy with. So this is an animation in which I describe how the greenhouse effect actually works. I'm pretty happy with the animation, but I just don't like how it looks. So you'll see the little blue circle. Actually, it's a large blue circle behind the Earth. That's supposed to represent the atmosphere. And I tried to make the edges soft on this circle, and for some reason it's only softening on either side and the top. It's not softening all around the circle, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I don't like how that looks. I think I want to use a different arrow here. I don't know if I like this squiggly arrow, but anyway, this is just supposed to demonstrate how the greenhouse effect works. There is a voiceover on that, by the way. This is a slide about ice cores. So I'll describe how we use ice cores to figure out carbon dioxide levels over the course of history. You'll see a couple different graphs that'll show up here which demonstrate that carbon dioxide levels have skyrocketed since the Industrial Revolution, as have temperatures. So this slide takes a little bit just because I'm talking there in the background and explaining all of these things. This is another one that I'm not 100% happy with the way it looks in the end, so if you have suggestions here, that's great too. Okay, there's that graph showing you the CO2 levels over time. You can see that the previous high was 30 parts per million, and now we're at 402.9, and honestly probably higher than that parts per million. And you can see how well that correlates with increase in temperature. There's a high correlation with amount of CO2 in the atmosphere and temperature rising and falling.